So this is where you kind of have to pause and say, if I have an opportunity presented to me and I have the ability to do a joint venture partnership with someone who can bring the cash and they want their money to work harder for them, they don't necessarily want to do the rehab, they don't want to have to go find the buyers, but they're willing to put up the money for 50, 60, 65% of the equity spread, are you willing to give up a percentage in order to make a little bit of a profit and to get the experience and to get your name out there? You know, some people aren't willing to do that. They want to be able to control the whole entire deal. They don't want to be able to have to give up some of that profit. But there are investors out there who would rather not be involved in the deal, but they want to let their money work for them. I heard of angel investors. I heard of private money. I heard that these people existed. I didn't believe it at all. It took me several years to find my first investor who approached me from an ad in the paper on a house that we rehabbed down in Rockville, Maryland with a $5 million line. I was able to tap into that $5 million line and rehab additional houses. I ended up firing that private investor because he wanted to control too much of the business and control too much of what I was doing. But I will tell you, real estate is all about networking. It is all about relationships, and it is all about building those relationships. It is critical. A very good friend of mine, Ken Rashawn, just finished a book called How to Become a Perfect Networker. We actually have them for sale here. They were just released. This book is and has become my Bible. It is all about how to become the perfect networker. You don't know right now, tonight, who is sitting to your left and who is sitting to your right. How do you know that that person to your right may not be the private money to fund your next transaction? But do you think that a stranger that you meet at an event that you hand a business card to and say, I'll follow up with you, you're going to call them up and say, hey, will you fund my deal? They don't know who you are. These private investors that have money invest in you first, in the deal second. The numbers have to work, but they need to know you, like you, trust you, and know that you absolutely get what it is that you're talking about. Will they work with you? Yes, they will. But it's all about building relationships. Some people have a hard time. They're not used to speaking out in front of others. Some people aren't used to getting out there and networking. If you have issues or challenged or you have a fear of networking, pick up the book. $20. It will absolutely change your life and your world about networking. But that is the epitome of this business, is building relationships. Would you guys agree? It's all about relationships and nothing else. It really, really is. Are there any other questions?